God morning, you guys. It is God calling when guidance tarries. Got it even tied. Zest in service. Zest in service. Okay, all right, that's weird. Zest is a different word in today's society, I guess. My voice is back, as you can tell from yesterday. Yesterday was pretty bad. It got really bad. So I might have to do this quick because this is actually the first time I've spoken today. That's weird. This is the first time I've spoken today because I've just been trying to keep it chill, keep my voice intact. So let's go into June 24th. God calling when guidance tarries. As I prompt you, act. When you have no clear guidance, then go forward quietly along the path of duty I've set before you. No fear, no panic, quietly doing your daily duty. This attitude of faith will receive its reward, as surely as the acting upon my direct guidance. Rejoice in the sense of security that is yours. So one of my biggest things, right, with being a Christian with God is one of the most difficult things for me personally. I feel like this is very common, is how do we delineate what is God telling us to do things and what is our own, ego telling us to do things? Like, how do we know when a certain path that we're supposed to go down is a Jesus path, is a God path? And how do we know when it's just our selfishness, right? It's a really hard struggle that I know I've gone through, and I feel like a lot of people have gone through, like being able to delineate it. And God's saying right here, He's saying it's much more simple than we think. It's not, He doesn't need to come down and speak into our ear and have like an angel on one shoulder, a devil on the other, right? He's saying, as I prompt you, act, right? When He puts tasks into our lives, act upon it in a godly way. Whenever we're faced with something difficult or a challenge or a question, we act upon it in a godly way. We bring God into every part of our lives and we say, what would He have me do? And if we do that, then we can do no wrong. If we approach it with that angle, not what do I want, not oh, this is what's best for me in this moment. No, if we approach it from the angle of what would God want, how would God respond to this? And that just comes from building a relationship with Him, learning the Bible, seeking like great counsel of people who have amazing relationships with God. When you have no clear guidance, then go forward quietly along the path of duty I've set before you. So He's saying when you have no clear guidance, He's literally directly saying when you're foggy, when you don't know what to do, when you don't know the correct path to go down, just go down quietly along the path I've set before you. So the track you're on in life is the track that He set before you, right? This is what you're going down. So God's just saying continue going down the same path you've been going down, and it will be revealed to you, right? He'll be able to work His way into your life in a ways that you can understand. So God's saying you don't have to make any huge radical changes. Just continue getting closer to the Lord, and it'll all be revealed. No fear, no panic, quietly doing your daily duty. This attitude of faith will receive its reward, as surely as the acting upon my direct guidance. Rejoice in the sense of security that is yours. So I know God got me. I know that God is here for me, that no matter what I do, He'll always be supporting me. He always got my back. I'm never worried for the future. I'm never worried for, where that next dollar is going to come from, how I'm going to get to where I want to be. I have full faith in the Lord. But now God's telling me the path that I will go down, the path that is meant for me, will come to me. I just have to continue growing in my faith. I have to continue walking down the path I've been walking down, and I'll just continue getting close to the Lord. As long as you're growing with the Lord, you're going to grow in the Lord and what He wants for you. The attitude of faith will receive its own reward. If you have full faith in the Lord, then that in itself will be a reward. That in itself will be part of your journey, part of the things that you need, which is beautiful. God even tied zest in service. Your will, your desire must be to do my will. Again, going back to just what we were talking about. Wanting it, loving it, as a child hugging some treasure to its heart. So treasure my will. So how do we find out God's will for our life? That was the initial question I had. Well, the first part tells us that. The first part tells us that as He prompts us, we have to act. When there's no clear guidance, we have to go forward quietly along the path. And we have to have no fear. We have to be able to do our daily duty. We have to have faith, full faith in the Lord, and rejoice in the security that God gives us. That's how we find out God's will, right? And then once we have that God's will, we must be willing to do it. We must be willing to act it out. We must not be scared of it. We must treasure it. Find your delight in it. Lord, what wouldst thou have me to do? Just as I said, that's literally exactly what I said. Lord, what do you want from me? This is Jesus' way of saying it, which is just super silly. Lord, what wouldst thou have me to do? No one talks like that, but it's okay. This is the same exact question. It's no question of a sullen servant. It is the eager appeal of a friend. So don't come to God asking God to do things for you. Ask Him what He needs you to do for Him. Ask how you can help. It's no question of a sullen servant. It is the eager appeal to a friend who views all life as a glorious adventure with the enthusiasm of a youth permitted to share an explorer's quest. Bring the unquenchable zest into all you do. Next page, is that it? That's it. So guys, it seems like I already have my answer, right? I shouldn't need to be scared. You shouldn't need to be scared. As long as we just continue down our path and continue growing towards our faith, then we're on the right path, and God will reveal what he needs to reveal in the right proper times, right? But as long as we're always asking the question, God, what do you need from me? God, what do you want from me? God, what would you do in this situation? How would you react to this? Then we will never go wrong, right? WWJD, baby. That's all you gotta live. That's how you gotta live. What would Jesus do? I love you guys. That's June 24th. With that, I'll say amen.